And hello YouTube, this is GSmaniamsmart, and I'm turning on a brand new video for tutorials of GS. Now today's tutorial, we're going to take a look at Adobe Premiere Pro, the video editing software, and showing you how to do some color correction on your footage. Color correction is pretty important because it can make your footage look a lot better. Sometimes it can make it look worse if you already have enough color, but in general it makes it look a lot better, especially if you don't have enough color being exposed. Then it could definitely make it look better. So all I did right now is basically just dragged in a clip here that I got from YouTube. This is someone's music video that I thought is a pretty good example to use it on. I'll leave the link in the description if you want to check it out. I just thought I'd give some credit. So what we're gonna do is gonna go ahead and make this source monitor a little bigger because we want to have enough room to see what we're doing. And go ahead and go to your effects panel here, and you want to type in color correction. Now there are several different color correction tools that Premiere Pro gives you, but I think one of the best ones to use is three-way color correction. Go ahead and drag that effect onto your clip here in the timeline, and you should see the effects panel at the top here pop up with some of these options. Now, a lot of options here, but essentially we're only going to be using two of these, really, the input levels right here, and we're going to be using the saturation values right here, and this should be efficient and suitable enough to make our footage look better. So here, as we can see already, there's a lot of white going on here. There's not a lot of black. It really seems like it's really bright. I want to add some contrast here so we get the blacks out. And even if you don't notice that, you can even go to Windows, and I suggest you do this because it will help you out. Go up to Window and press Reference Monitor, and this reference monitor will basically give you a waveform of the blacks and the whites in your piece of footage. Now the whites are up here at 100. As you see, we have a lot of whites. A lot of these whites are making it almost close to 100, and we don't have a lot of stuff going to 0, which is blacks. In fact, much of it doesn't even get to 0 or doesn't even approach 0 because a lot of it is stuck right here at 20. So essentially, one of the rules that I like to follow is have enough balance of your footage be in the 0 range, or enough black, and have enough be in 100 range, which is enough white. So you don't really need this monitor, but it's useful to have to watch the graph. So I'm just gonna have it open, maybe a little bigger than that. You can have it a smaller size and just have it open on the side somewhere here, right around there. And now what you can do is right here in your effects panel, you can move the input levels right here. This is your black input level, and as you see, while we move this, the graph is also changing. And we don't want to move it too high like this, because as you see, we lose some of the white. You don't want to force the graph and the waves down to 0. If they don't go down to 0, then don't force them down, but try to make them go as close to 0 as possible till you see that it doesn't really make a difference anymore. So right around there, it doesn't seem like it's going to get any better than that, so I'm just going to leave it like that. And then for the white, generally if you have a lot of white, you can keep it like that. As you see, if we move this downwards, it actually goes past 100, and we don't really want that. I think having it like this, since this piece of footage has already so much brightness and so much white in it, it's fine. This middle arrow here, you can adjust as well. However, it makes some pretty drastic changes, so be careful when you move this around. I think we're gonna go ahead and maybe a 1.2, maybe 1.1. If we move it to 0.9, I don't know if I like that. Let's go ahead and scrub through this piece of footage here. It sort of makes it look a lot unnatural because these trees here, but I don't know. We'll see how it looks. I'm just gonna go ahead and keep it at 1.2 as we had it. Let's go ahead and keep it at 1.2. 1.2. And as you see, we have a lot of the blacks coming down now. Obviously, it's still not at 0, but approaching it, which is better than we had before. If we go ahead and untoggle the effects that we have right now, this is before, this is after, before, after, before, after. We have a bit more contrast in there. And the last thing I want to take a look at is saturation here. Now, for saturation, a lot of times I like to boost this up to the maximum of 200. Which can make it look good a lot of times, but if we put it at 200, it sort of makes it look a bit unnatural in the skin here. So maybe going to 175 maybe better. Yeah, looks fine. And then for shadows, I tend to like to boost this to 200 as well. Perhaps 175 is fine as well. Yeah, that's fine. Midtones. 200. What about we go to 175 as well? 175 seems to be a really good value to have here. And for our last one, highlights, well, there's not much. Oh, okay, I see it. The background of the trees there. Having some highlights wouldn't be a bad idea either, but not maximum again. I think 175 is pretty much good across the board. Sometimes, generally, you would have saturation very high, you would have shadows very high, and then you have highlights and midtones a little lower. But I guess because we have so much white here, it actually tends to look really good. One thing I want to make clear to you is that a lot of these values that I'm using is going to be different for every piece of footage. It's not going to be the same for yours. Sometimes you may not have enough white, sometimes you may not have enough black. So don't take these values or these sliders that I'm moving set in stone. Don't try to like match them, because every piece of footage is different. But you know, these are the tools that you need to use, and hopefully you're understanding. So that's pretty much it. If we go ahead and take a look at before, this is how it looked before. A little bland, not enough color, and this is after. I think it looks a lot better. We have the trees in the background stand out a bit more. We have this tree in the background stand out a bit more. And if we go to some other shots, so we close this reference monitor here. If we go to the water here, for example, and let's look before, after, before, after. The rock looks a lot better. The water looks a lot better, and I think the singer even looks a lot better too. A lot more color to it, and that's pretty much all that color correction does. There's not really much to it. There's several other options that you can work with here too, such as adding some warmth to your picture if you want to add, you know, a red tint to it, but that really just depends on what type of style of a video you're trying to get. But that's pretty much it. If you have any questions or comments, definitely leave it down in the comments section below. I'll be answering your questions you have. Any suggestions to make this method better, leave it down in the comments section below. We're all here to learn. And that's pretty much it for this video. Thank you for watching. As always, we have plenty of other Adobe Premiere Pro content on the channel. Plenty more to come as well. And other software related tutorials as well. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching, and I hope this video helped you out in any way. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like. It'll really help me out. If you didn't like it, you can leave a comment as well, giving some feedback. If you have any other comments or questions, please leave them in the comments as well, and I'll do my best to answer them. I usually respond to comments within 24 to 48 hours, depending on your question and depending on how busy I am. I have plenty of other content on my channel about different software tutorials and how-to videos, so if you're interested in that type of stuff, check it out. And if you like what you're seeing, you can subscribe too. Really appreciate it. You can also check out my other channels and social media as shown on the screen right now. And with that, thank you so much everyone, and this is GSmaniamsmart, and I'll be back sooner than you think. Don't go anywhere.